Wow, the 40th anniversary of Transformers. We're finally with the 4th anniversary of the franchise now. And wow, 40 years. And this is a bit of a coincidence because this was also the 40th anniversary of the Thomas and Friends show. Because the same year as Transformers came out, Thomas and Friends also made its debut in 1984. Though, Thomas came first and the Transformers later, but I'll talk about the Thomas history in its own video next year, so you'll stay tuned for that later. So, Transformers 1, still, I think it's still around theaters, and yeah, many people have watched it, and it's become a bit of a success, and a lot of people loved it. Now, I haven't watched the movie in theaters, but I have watched the movie twice on YouTube earlier, and I'm gonna say, good stuff. And of course, that's not what you all came to see here, because I'm here to give you guys a full-blown review of the Transformers 1 movie, to see if it's actually good as I expected. Oh, am I kidding? It is. But it's more than that. Let's see if this if this movie is actually more than meets the eye. So, come join me as we take a look at Transformers 1, as I mentioned, all about the Easter eggs, the animation, and all the good stuff that we've seen here. So, let's get started.
And there it goes. Okay, I was wrong about that. It was going the other way.
Now, before I carry on with the review, I just have to tell you a warning. For those who haven't seen the movie, either in theaters or on YouTube, I'm gonna have to tell you all to turn off this video, go watch the movie, it's fully available on YouTube, and don't come back until you finish it. You have been warned. Now, let's continue. Our story begins at what I think is the golden era of Cybertron, as we follow Orion Pax searching through the vaults for the search of the Matrix of Leadership. Unfortunately for him, he gets caught by the security guards, and a funny chase scene assume. That is where we soon meet D16, Orion's best friend. Now, I actually like how D16 is portrayed in this movie. It's almost as he was portrayed in the IDW comics when he started out as a miner. And I really like this adaptation here. It almost feels very... What was that word again? Oh yeah. Very faithful to the source material, and I really like that. So, afterwards, we see them in the train, and yes, this is where we also see the Easter eggs of Hound, right there. There's Hound. And anyway, D16 and Orion Pets are like, hey bro, thanks for saving me, I'll look after you later, and let me tell you something, Orion. If you ever do something stupid to me, yeah, these two were all like baffling in the train, being all like, yo, if you ever do something stupid to me, I would probably just kill you. I don't know if you gotta call it an inject, was gonna come, but whatever. That's just how bad friends talks there in Cybertron. And yeah, and later on they go to the mines. That's where we see Elita 1. A bunch of shenanigans happens in the mines. A huge energon explosion appears. We see Jazz, Yeah, there's a lot of Easter eggs, familiar characters here. That's one of the things I really like about this movie. Orion and D16 soon break protocol to save Jazz. Darkwing appears, and Elena was all like, "Hey, yo, Darkwing, I was following yours, bro. You can't just fire me." And Darkwing is all like, "No, Elena 1, you're fired." And this is one of the funniest things I really enjoy about the movie. Orion Pax comes out and he was like, "Yo, Darkwing, come closer, bro, because one of my fingers can transform." Yeah, you can see the bro was about to give Darkwing the middle finger there, right? And then D16 comes and they're, yo, Orion, back off, bro. I'll handle this. I tell you. Yeah. So, anyway, so after all of this, D16 and Orion sneak into the race. They join. Everything goes pretty weird. They almost won, but they didn't. Then Sentinel Prime comes in and he was like, "Yo, what you two did was pretty psycho. I really like that." I mean, yeah, sure. Gotta give props to the two dudes who just did something unusual for once there, bro. Yeah. And so Darkwing later, this guy comes later again in the movie, and he's all like, "Yo, you make me look like an idiot. I'm gonna send you to the Chapter 15 or whatever it's called." And boom, he just throws him there. Thinking like, what, a punishment, I guess? Whatever. This Darkwing fellow is pretty stupid. And dare I say, kind of funny. Anyway, and this is where the part where we meet B127, or as he likes to call it, Badassatron. Yeah, you can obviously tell that's gonna turn to a meme, probably. Whatever. It's just funny. In this scene, Orion discovers a message left by Alpha Trion, and the three decided to escape. They head to a train, they meet Elita 1, and a lot of shenanigans happens, and bada bing, bada boom, 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 boom. Look at that, they meet the Quintessons. Or at least they see the Quintessons, and soon they reach the Tomb of the Primes. Tomb of the Primes. Very influential Revenge of the Fallen there, I tell you that. So, they enter the Tomb of the Primes. They woke up Alpha Trion. Alpha Trion was all like, "Yo, you guys were living a lie here. Sentinel Prime? Yeah, he's a total asshole, man. He betrayed us." And DCC was all like, "No, I don't believe that." And Orion Pax was all like, "Yo, let me show you." And after this, we get this hologram message where it explains what happened about Sentinel Prime's betrayal. And I gotta say, this was pretty shocking. I mean, seriously, you can tell by D16's face that he's all like, no, this can't be true. And yeah, that you can see that he's pretty shocked here. Afterwards, they see the Quintessons, Sentinel Prime, and you can tell everything that's gonna happen here, and that actually just puts D16 into a shock of, well, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. And yeah, and after that, Orion Pax was all like, "Yo, it's okay, bro. We'll fix this." And D16 was all like, "Fix this! This is all your fault, man! If you haven't break protocol, none of this would ever happen!" And then Alpha Trion was all like, "No, none of you were just born like this. You had teacups, man. And you know what happened? Sentinel Prime Sentinel Prime, yeah, that dude, he removed them before you came online. And everyone's all like, oh, no, he didn't. And Alphatron was all like, don't worry, I can give you guys T-Gods from the other primes so you can transform. And so they head back to Icon City, but on their way they get trapped by the... well, these dudes. The bots who soon become the Decepticons. What are they called again? The High Guard Defense or something? Anyway, and they meet Starscream, Soundwave, and Shockwave, and Starscream's all like, who is these guys? Who am I doing? And Megatron's all like, no, we're about to kick Sentinel Prime's ass, so why don't you join us? And Starscream's all like, no, why don't you shut up? And D16 was all like, no, I'm gonna punch you in the face. And Starscream was all like, yeah, keep punching me, bro. Yeah, it's weird shenanigans happening here, guys. So they get captured by Arachnid and all of her Vehicons. Orion gets an army to fight back, and they all head back to Icon City, where we see Sentinel Prime, who's captured everyone, including D16, B-127, and of course, Starscream the Seekers. Fortunately, Prime came in the nick of time. They break everyone out, a fight happened. Yeah, pretty awesome fight there. And after all that's over, Megatron's all like, hey yo, Sentinel Prime, I'm gonna kill you, bro! And Orion Pack is all like, no, D16, it's over, bro! There's no need to fight anymore, it's all over. And D16 was all like, no, I want to kill him. And D16 straight up blasts Sentinel Prime, but instead he hits Orion Pax, almost killing him. And this is a part that completely took me by surprise, because this is the part where D16 betrays Orion Pax by telling him, I'm done saving you. And then he just throw him out to the death of the planet Cybertron. And, well, pandemonium happens. D16 pick up Sentinel, and then he just rips him right in half, killing him. And he takes his cog, and then he puts it onto his chest, upgrading himself to becoming Megatron, and he's all like, yo, follow me here, with me, you will never be betrayed again, I will be your new leader. And all the Decepticons was all like, yeah, we love you, D16, yay, we love you, bro. And during that time, the primes pick Orion Pax, as worthy of having the Matrix of Leaderships. He becomes Optimus Prime, defeats Megatron, Starscream, Soundwave, and Shockwave in a single brief fight. And the Autobots win. They vanish Megatron and the High Guard off of Kaon. Everyone was like, we did it! And everyone celebrates, becomes happy. The Energon comes back on Cybertron, bringing life to the planet. And everyone gets a T-Cog, becoming full Transformers. And that's the end of the movie. Well, not technically, because we do get an after credit scene where we see Megatron gathering his troops and giving them the iconic Decepticon insignia and declaring a second war, possibly leading for a future movie soon, which could be possible. Ah, who am I kidding? It's obviously going to be possible. Transformers 1 is gonna get a sequel in the form of course, Transformers 2. And yeah, that's basically the whole story of Transformers 1 so far. And let's see what the future holds for the movies. Okay, so let's go through the 5 main points of the movie. The story. It's kind of decent. I mean, now it should be noted that this movie had a few, well, several deleted scenes, but I'll talk about those later on. And I guess it could have been improved, but it's still pretty decent and kind of okay to follow, so I don't have that gripes with the story so far. So let's move on to point 2. The dialogue. Well, the dialogue of the characters is pretty good. Lightly flavorful dialogue, and not as cringy or bad as the War of Ultron trilogy or the Prey Wars trilogy, thank God. Point 3, the animation. The animation is, well, it's good and decent at the same time. It could have been much better improved with the movement of the robots, but other than that, it's still, for the most part, pretty good. I don't have that many gripes with the animation. I think it's pretty decent in my opinion. And let's move on to point 3. The voice acting. Well, the voice acting is pretty good. You got some pretty good actors to play the characters. And I think Scarlett Johansson does a great job voicing Elita 1. No, seriously. She actually gives Elita 1 a feisty personality that sometimes reminds me a lot of Ash the Porcupine from Sing, which, of course, she also voiced Ash in Sing, if you didn't know that. Personally, I have not that much to say about the editing, since the pacing of the movie is pretty good, and I actually don't have any complaints with it. So, overall thoughts, what do I think about this movie? Well, the movie is actually pretty good. Now, is it perfect? No. But it is not that bad as some people make it out to be. It's still pretty enjoyable to watch. I really appreciate the action, the story. It's still pretty good for the most part. But hey, before we sign off, let me tell you guys something about the movie, alright? So, when I first heard about this movie, and I first heard about all of the teasers, I actually thought that this movie was gonna be a prequel to the 2007 movie, as many people thought. But when I first watched this, I was actually wrong. Because the movie ended up having things that, well, it doesn't even match with anything of the Bayverse. I mean, sure, you got some influence designs and callbacks, but it isn't quite canon as I thought. And let me tell you all one more thing. I actually don't know if this was actually intended or if it's real or not, but here it goes. So, there was gonna be a scene that Megatron was going to be reformatted into a design based directly on his 2007 design. No, I'm not kidding, because for one of the earliest teasers, I ever seen, and I don't know if this is again real or not, I actually saw scenes of Megatron sporting his 2007 design. Now, I don't know if these were actually deleted scenes or concept scenes created by unused scripts, but it's kind of surprising that in Transformers 1 we would have seen Megatron sporting a 2007 design. And again, whether or not that was meant to be in the movie or not, I have no clue. So those were my thoughts on Transformers 1, and what do you guys think about this movie? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Or do you think it's meh? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And as always, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, share this video to any friend that might be interested, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Decepticon Jerry, signing up, and to all are one.